Okay, so I'm back. It is so bloody hot. My hair's soaking wet. I had to have a shower. It's too hot to stay in my studio, and it's too hot to be outside. But I'm underneath my umbrella. I got an umbrella, and even the cats are passed out inside. They're dying. But my girlfriend sent me a video. I don't know if you guys, she tagged me in it, so you might have seen it on my page. But she said, I've got my birds talking too. She's had this little visitor that's been visiting her every single day and keeping her up at the crack of dawn, and now she says it's following her to the front yard no matter where she's going. And just like my guy, when they're that persistent, there's a message that you need to pay attention to. So I was trying to get a good look at her, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I will give you something, though. We do know what it is now, and I'm going to tell you this is what the video is about. It's going to be the message from this little visitor that she has. But right now, when it's so hot, and maybe it's not hot everywhere, but it's really hot here, it's springtime, and the robins and the baby birds need food. And when it's really, really hot, the worms don't come up out of the ground. So if you put a little bit of dish soap on the grass and then soak it really good, it'll make the worms come back up, so the birds can get the food to take to the babies. So the babies are starving and the birds are starving. So the first message I got from this little guy, because I was looking at it and I thought, well, it's got a long tail, and I was trying to figure out what it was. And I asked my Uncle Phil, who's generally knowledgeable about everything, and of course he pinned it, and it's called a towhee. It's a he said it's a California towhee. So the towhee, it said this really persistent, loud cheep, and it makes total sense for the message that she's getting, because it's talking about persistence and confidence, and it's talking about it teaches you how to uncover what's hidden, which I think is interesting, since I personally came up with the message that, unearth the worms, the food that you need for the bird. The bird's hungry. That's why it keeps coming to you. It's trying to tell you, feed me, but it's also giving you a message. So it teaches you to uncover what's hidden. She teaches you the value of activity and continually moving and progressing forward, even if you have to take a few steps back, because you know how sometimes you're moving forward and you feel like I'm going backwards, but what you're doing is you're doing a spiral. So you're a few steps forward, then a couple steps back, but you're spiraling, you're moving forward. So even if you do have to take a couple steps backwards to check something or do something, she's basically teaching you how to maneuver in order to keep going. She's telling you not to give up. When the towhee appears, there's something that you're missing. There's something that you're not able to see at this moment. And she's going to show you how to look at things with a new perspective, take a second look at something that you might be missing. And she's using resourcefulness and ingenuity to reveal what's necessary. Is it time to voice your opinion about something, because it's so persistent and she's so loud? And she says, well, it's just this cheap. And it was, definitely getting her attention. So do you need to speak up? Is there something that you need to say? Is there something that you need to reveal? Because what she's teaching you is the balance, finding the balance between being quiet and when to speak up. So the use of when to be secretive and subdued, as well as when to be forthright, aggressive. Sometimes you're supposed to be quiet in your speech. Sometimes you're supposed to keep things more camouflaged and undercover. And then other times it's time to speak up. So right now, this bird is saying speak up. There's something, and we've been getting this message, haven't we? I mean, we've been getting it for the last several readings, that there's something that somebody needs to speak up. Somebody needs, the time of being quiet now is over. Now you need to come forward and speak your truth, whatever it is. So now that the towhee has come forward, there's a time span, and with a lot of messengers, they'll give you a certain time period where something is going to be uncovered, or something's going to be you're going to have to speak up within a certain amount of time, or you're going to uncover something, whatever it is. It's 2 weeks. So from now, and it just happened yesterday, so from right now and 2 weeks now, beware, pay attention to situations where you can use the wisdom that you're getting from the towhee, and she's going to present you with the best course of action to take. So persistence, speaking up, sticking with it, knowing when to be quiet, when to come forward, and now is definitely the time to come forward, because this little one was not going to give up and was not getting away Sonja wasn't going to get away from this. And Sonja is my old roommate. She represents someone else in my life as well. So it's time to speak. Time to aggressive movement, stand up for yourself maybe, make something known, make something public, open your heart, tell what's on your mind. Now's the time. So that's the message from Tohi. I'm going to let you guys take a look around at my lake, which is beautiful, and I wish I had a boat or something that I could make myself go across the water. And my kayak is just too hard in the wind to... Hi! Oh my God, that's the bird, you guys. That's the bird. Hi! Come down here. I know you have something to say. You've been teasing me at the lake every single day. What are you? Hi! See, when they're talkative like that, when they are persistent. Oh, there's one right there too. Come here. Come over here. What are you? Come on. Can't see what it is. Come on, you little cheeky bugger. Come on. What are you? See, now that bird wants my attention, because that's the bird that keeps coming to me. So I don't know if Uncle Phil would have been able to get a good look at that little guy, but see, I've got a messenger that there's something that I need to uncover too, and it's coming to me. Woo! I'm the hummingbird. Bonked me in the head. It's coming to me, and yet it's not revealing itself to me. So whoever it is that's supposed to speak up is going to speak up in the next 2 weeks. I'm calling that right now. So whoever that little bird represents is going to talk to me in the next 2 weeks, because right now, so funny, he's totally hidden in the branches, but he's near me. He's near me. He wants to talk to me. He's always around me, and he just hasn't stepped completely forward. I can hear him. I can feel him. I know who you are, so it's time to talk.